Tiptoe through the tulips, through the tuna, oh, tiptoe through the tulips with me. Hey guys, welcome back to vlog number 4, Cuatro. This is going to be an interesting one because basically I wasn't going to do one today, but I'm thinking if I have to do these every day, well, I'll just grab something that I kind of wanted to work on, and this will be a short vlog, and I'll show you a little bit of what I'm working on. If you watched and listened to vlog number 3, where I was mowing the grass real quickly, like a minute long. It's going to be probably the shortest vlog of them all. This one will be longer than a minute because it probably already is. Anyway, this one is going to be showing you the inner workings of that track that I actually created for that vlog. It originally was going to be something like thrown together, but it's hard for me to throw something together because when it starts to sound interesting. This is basically using a lot of loops like these. Here's an example of loop. I actually want it to be a release on an upcoming album with my new artist named Elon Robot, which is the techno dance whatever genre. You may recognize that from vlog number 3. Need to do is figure out to really isolate. The reason I'm hesitating is I'm thinking this is where the rubber meets the road. I have the bones of a good track. I think people who like this kind of music, or if you're maybe using it hopefully like a sync licensing opportunity where it might be used for a TV show or a film or whatever, you got to think about what people might like, and I think I have the bones to create a finished track. I don't think I need much more. There are those who are probably watching this who would think know music, or at least feel they know music, or have been in the music business a long time, and actually maybe even people who might be watching this who created hits. And then be, oh no, you've got it all wrong, and you're not going to go anywhere with it if you just do. You can hear all the. There's always going to be haters. And imagine if, let's go back to the 1970s. There's multiple stories like this, but here is one where there was an artist called Tiny Tim. I think it was the early 70s or very late 60s. He wrote and released a track to mainstream radio that's unlike anything else, and certainly unlike anything else before or since on the radio. It's called Tiptoe Through the Tulips. Tiptoe through the tulips, through the tuna. I forgot them. Oh, tiptoe through the tulips with me. And it was ridiculous. It was a good melody, and it was funny, and the timing, it just worked. And he found someone to have enough faith in it to get it produced, and then actually got it to DJs, or however it worked, to his label, or somebody got it to DJs or whatever, and then it started getting played and got requested and purchased, and people just bought the heck out of that thing. And I imagine it made Tiny Tim, that's the artist, I imagine it made him millions of dollars, at least $1 million, and that's then money. I think that song probably made over $1 million. I must have sold millions of copies. And back then, there was no streaming. So you'd hear music on the radio for free with commercials, which is sort of the closest thing to what we have now as streaming. And of course, we still have radio. But people would buy records, 45, RPM singles, and then they'd buy albums, 33 RPM, the bigger albums. It looks like a pizza, licorice pizza. Actually, my first paid voiceover was for a record store that's called the Licorice Pizza. Anyway, yeah, so Tiptoe Through the Tulips. So, you know, yeah, there's going to be people who will say, "Oh no, you shouldn't go down, and that's not good, and it's too repetitive." And there's all sorts of people who will say all sorts of. Well, I thought, why not just throw a whole bunch? I didn't had them all at the same time, something like, and it was like, no, let's start out. And actually, I had these in different order, and I thought, what would be good for the first one, then what would be good for the second one, and the third. And that's sort of where I've left it. Technosynth 2 is what I consider the main. Here, I'll isolate it. Like, sort of the foundation of this part of the track. And it, on its own, it gets very repetitive, very fast. So you have that, but then you have all these other things, and I should get to know these intimately. So that there's that on its own, and you can add